Today we're going to be choosing one fighter from each division that needs to win their next fight. They might be on a losing skid, or they're in a predicament where they might be the last chance they got a title shot or a ranked opponent, and they need to win their next fight. Let's get right into it. One fighter from each division. Starting right at flyweight, working up to the higher divisions. Okay, looking at all of them, obviously with this segment, everyone needs to win their next fight, but it's different for certain fighters that have that got a rare opportunity or is on a big losing skid and they could get cut or never get a chance again. So let's get right into it. Honestly, in my opinion, for flyweight, I feel like Kai Kara France needs to win his next fight. I feel like they're already gonna give him a title shot off a 1-win streak because he lost before that, and his whole UFC career has been good wins, but then he'll lose one, but good wins, then he'll lose one, and it's been back and forth on and off. And the flyweight division right now with Kai Asakura recently losing to Pantoja, there is no one really for Pantoja right now. He's beaten everyone already, so I feel like Kai Asakura, if he loses this chance and loses this fight, this will be the last time one of the last times they gets to really fight for the belt, honestly, because Pantoja's on such a roll right now. There's a lot of other people that they're looking to at least try to get a crack at Pantoja. So I'm going with Kai Kara France for the first one for flyweight. Now let's get right into bantamweight. Who needs to win their next fight at bantamweight? Looking at all these decisions, there's a few people that you can say. Sean, Peter, Umar, Corey, Figgy. I feel like looking at everyone, I feel like Sean O'Malley needs to win his next fight at bantamweight because honestly, he just lost the belt to Merab, and the truth is, if he don't win this next fight, I don't think he'll ever be in the title picture again. Even if he wins it, the next fight, it'll be hard for him to be back in the title picture unless it's a rematch. But I think with the bantamweight right now, there's so many other contenders that's coming up, and right there at the top for that next title shot, O'Malley needs to win this next fight if he ever wants to become UFC champion again or even be in the talks for a title shot at the top of bantamweight division. Now let's get right into the featherweight division. And honestly, this one is probably one of the most obvious picks out of everyone on the UFC roster right now. For featherweight, Volkanovski this is a need win for his next fight. Honestly, like, the truth is, Volkanovski could be on the decline as Izzy is right now. I hate to admit it, but Volk had the 2 back-to-back KO losses, and of course everything is circumstantial, but time is also against him. He's already getting older, and that's at the lower divisions where the younger you are, the better you are for the lower divisions. The older, the stats showing that it's not working out good. Volk, for his legacy, for the title shot, for his career, for his mental health, he needs to win this next fight. Must win for Volkanovski. This is probably like the biggest one, honestly. Let's get into lightweight. All right. In my opinion, a must win for lightweight is Charles Oliveira. I feel like we all love Charles. A lot of us are a big fan of him. He was a champion who defended, and he's such a beast all around. He's at the very top of the division, but he lost to Arman already. Islam took the belt from him. Losing to Arman was already big. That he was supposed to beat Arman, and that would have been his chance at the title shot. But since he lost, that changes everything. And there's a circumstance where he might get the chance to fight Arman again because Arman backed out of UFC 311. But if Charles loses his next fight, he would never be champion again. He would never be champion again, and the odds is only going to be dramatically lower for him being in that title picture again. And of course, we love him. He's a big star. He could get a good win or two and be right back there. But this next fight is a next must win for Charles Oliveira. Now let's get right into the welterweight division. Honestly, out of everyone in the welterweight division, there's a few options for must wins for the next fights. I feel like it's between Leon or Usman or, let me see. I honestly put it between Leon or Usman, and I'll go Usman. Usman needs to win this next fight. Usman went from pound for pound number 1, considered one of the best welterweights of all time, almost tying Anderson Silva's record, to then being KO'd by Leon, and now being on a 3-fight losing streak after that. Just like that, that's how quick the game could change. It's so crazy. And this next win, so Usman won't be on a 4-fight losing streak, which is insane to even say. Usman needs to win this next fight. It's a must win for Usman. Now, moving on to middleweight. Who at middleweight needs to win their next fight? Honestly, the truth is, nice and simple, is between two people, and it's either Israel Adesanya or Robert Whittaker, but I'm going to go with Izzy. I feel like Izzy probably doesn't even fight again. We'll keep this nice and short. He was supposed to win this fight against Nasruddin. This is a must win for him, but he already lost that. So it's like, the truth is, after this, he's already a 3-fight losing kid. If he loses one more, that's big. So I will consider his next fight a must win if he fights again. Light heavyweight, Alex Pereira. Let's see. Honestly, I'm going to go with Magomed for light heavyweight. Magomed needs to win this next fight against Pereira. Because other than that, it was already hard for him to get the title shot. UFC did not want to give him the title shot, and it makes sense too. He's not necessarily the most entertaining, not the most fan-friendly or known or explosive, any of that. So if he wants to stay at the division and be in the talks and rematches, and he needs to beat Pereira. And they could probably do a rubber match and rematch and make it work, but Ankalaev must win this next fight if he ever wants to get a chance at the title shot again. And he could easily get a chance at the title shot again, but the UFC wasn't quick to give him one after all the wins and all the success he has had. Now let's move on to heavyweight. Who must win a heavyweight? Let's be real. A must win for heavyweight is Johnny Bones Jones. That's the truth. Johnny Bones Jones needs to win his next fight against Stipe, or not against Stipe, against Tom Aspinall if they have it. Because if he doesn't, then even though his legacy is already cemented, that would be a big change. And I know he wouldn't like that losing and all that. And vice versa. You could say Tom needs to win his next fight as well. John or Tom need to win their next fight at heavyweight. And it's not the same as the other fighters, but there is for legacy and for bragging rights and for so much for other things compared to the other fighters. Now, for the shorties, we're going to just go with the champions. I'm going to go with Zhang needs to win her next one. Valentina needs to win her next one. And Kayla Harrison needs to win the next one. Just to smoke Juliana, get her out of there for me, pack her up, get someone new in there. We want Kayla Harrison as the champion. And that's all the fighters who need to win their next fight to still be in the UFC so they won't get cut, still be in ranked, be in title contendership, just be at the top. I hope you all enjoyed. Like, subscribe, lock in. I appreciate all of you. I love you guys. Have a great day. Lock in, and UFC's back.